I've been training karate for almost a decade now, and I'm a certified black belt. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys what I've learned about the best ways to improve, at least in my experience. So my first tip to you, which is a very basic one, is to slow down when you're training your basics. And this is in order to focus on doing the basics right, or doing your techniques right, not speeding it up and doing them wrongly, because that will at some point catch up to you and you will have a bad technique that's harder to change. So slow down, do things correctly, and then add on speed. I will show you a quick video here of me doing a maigari forward, one with a bad technique and one with a slower but good technique. Okay, so tip number 2, it's about focusing on one or two things that you want or need to improve on per training session. So that could be focusing on your footwork, or focusing on your kicks especially, or focusing on your punches, focusing on having the best technique that you can have. And I've found that it is really helpful to improve, because then you have something that you can focus on and not like say that, okay, I'm gonna get better at boxing or I'm gonna get better at karate, because that's very ambiguous and it's very like wide and you can't really like touch it. But if you like say, oh, I want to get better at kicks today, then you can focus on the techniques of your kicks, for example. Or if you say footwork, then whatever the trainer says, at the back of your mind you will think about your footwork and perfect it. So that will be your main focus, for example. And you can do that and cycle between things that you need to improve on. For example, for me, I have things I need to improve on, like my foot placement, and then I do that for like one training, and another training I need to focus on my punches and get faster with my punches, for example. And then I'll do that for one training session. So tip number 3 is to, when you're training in pairs or triplets or something like that, you want to train with someone who is better than you or more skilled than you. And that's simply because they are better than you, and they know how to do things better, and that's why they have better technique, they have better skills overall. So you can look up to them and learn from what they are doing to become more skilled, and they will also punish you more than people of a lower skill level, because they see the flaws in you, and that's one thing you can learn from. So like, if you're doing something and you always get punished for that, then you probably need to think over what you're doing and do something else. And they can also be great teachers, just to like give pointers, because they have been where you have been, or where you are now, and they know what it feels like, so they can be of great help to you. This is tip 4/5, and I'm taking them in one go because they are related, and tip 4 leads to tip 5. So either way, tip 4 is about the usefulness of getting hit. The primary thing is that when you get hit, you know what it's like to like get hurt, and you don't want to get hurt. So you have that feeling that when someone punches against you or fights, you want to block properly and you want to counter properly, because you don't want to get hurt. And I see this a lot in fighting, that people are too nice to each other. So when they meet someone that doesn't hold back or does things properly, they will get hurt or beaten up. So get punched, get beaten, and learn from it. You also gain a lot of experience, like you learn what works and what doesn't work, because if you get hit, then you won't do that one thing that gets you hit a lot. You also learn how to manage getting hit. And tip 5, which is the last tip, is about when you do get hit, that you don't lose your emotions, or you don't lose control over them. So you don't get angry when you get hit, because when you're angry, you don't think rationally, just go right in. Or when you're sad, you might be overly protective or not, or very passive. That's like control your emotions and keep calm, and that takes a lot of time. Many fighters don't know how to control their emotions. So try to, when you get hit, to take a step back mentally and don't take any emotions into it. That was it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that these tips would help you in some kind of way. Bye.